Google is back with its next-gen version of the experimental technology that could be the future of search. It's called Veo 3. So what does it do? Well, you can think of it like a massive image-based AI assistant. You can ask it questions, and it will answer in an image form. But there is more to it than meets the eye, so let me explain. So if you look at this website, this is how you interact with Veo 3. And I know it looks like one of those weird chat websites where you have an AI chatbot talking to you. But this is not a text-based chatbot. This is an image-based chatbot. If I click on how do I make coffee, it will show me step-by-step images of how to make coffee. It doesn't just give me a link to a website or a text-based answer. It shows me everything visually. Now all you need to do is type image in front of any question and you will get an image-based answer. And as you can see, these answers are super detailed and they look realistic, but it gets even better. If you want to see what happens when you enter a really complicated question, try this one. What would a medieval knight look like if he was made of pasta? As you can see, we got a very interesting answer. This is not something you can find anywhere on the internet. The way this works is pretty mind-blowing. This model was trained by Google using millions of different images and text pairs from across the internet. That means it has access to a ton of information to answer your questions. This is exactly how ChatGPT works with text. But here Google is doing the same thing but with images. They also published a research paper about this which goes into detail on how this works. But honestly, this stuff is so advanced that I don't even understand it fully myself. All I know is that Google used a technique called diffusion to create these images. Now, if you're wondering what diffusion is, it's basically a way of generating new images based on existing ones. For example, let us say we have an image of a bird that was generated by Google's previous AI system called Imagen. If we take that image and slightly modify it and then feed it into the Veo model, it will try to generate a similar image. Basically, it learns from the style of the original image and creates something similar. It's kind of like how artists learn from other artists by copying their styles. But instead of copying, in this case, it generates new images in the same style. Now keep in mind that this is still an experimental project. You cannot use it like you would Google search, at least not yet. But Google says that they're planning to release it to the public soon. When that happens, we'll make sure to make a video about it. Now here's something else that's really cool. You can actually use it for more than just answering questions. You can also use it to generate completely new ideas. For example, let us say you're a designer and you want to come up with a new design for a mobile app. Just type design a mobile app for tracking workouts and boom, you've got some really cool looking ideas to work with. This is a great way to get some inspiration if you're ever stuck on a design project. You might be wondering where Google is going with all this. Well, the answer is pretty simple. They're trying to create a visual search engine. Instead of searching the web with words, you can search with images. And it's not just about finding things on the internet, it's also about creating new things. That's because this model is not just a search engine, it's also a tool for creating things. You can use it to generate anything you can think of, whether it's a photo, illustration, whatever. It's all possible with this model. This raises some interesting questions about the future of search. Will people stop typing keywords and just start uploading images? Will Google's image generator become the new homepage? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, Google is definitely onto something big. But this is not the only news from Google. They also released another experimental tool called Dream Booth. It's a free online tool that lets you use Google's image generator to create your own avatars. These avatars can be used in virtual worlds, on social media, or wherever you want. It's a really fun way to express yourself online, and it's completely free to use. Now, if you're wondering how this works, well, it's pretty simple. You just upload a photo of yourself and then use the Dream Booth tool to generate an avatar based on that photo. You can choose from a variety of different styles and then download your new avatar. This is a really cool way to use AI to express yourself online, and it is definitely worth checking out. It's crazy how fast AI is developing these days. Just a few years ago, the idea of generating realistic images with text prompts would have seemed impossible. But now it's a reality, and who knows what the future will bring. Maybe one day we'll be living in a world where everyone has their own AI-powered dream booth. Alright, let's move on to the next story. It's no secret that the tech industry is going through a rough patch right now. Many big companies are laying off employees, and the entire crypto market is in a free fall. But not everyone is suffering. Some people are taking advantage of this downturn and investing in new opportunities. One of them is a startup called Quant Network. Quant Network is a blockchain startup that makes it easy for developers to build decentralized applications. Their platform is built on top of the Cosmos blockchain and provides a variety of tools and services for developers. What makes them stand out is their approach to interoperability. They have developed a protocol called Cridge that allows applications to communicate with each other seamlessly. This means that developers can build applications that work across multiple blockchains without having to write code for each one individually. This makes it much easier to build decentralized applications that can scale and reach a wider audience. Another thing that sets them apart is their focus on privacy. They have developed a solution called Shield that allows users to protect their identity while using decentralized applications. This is especially important for applications that require users to provide personal information, such as lending or borrowing platforms. With Shield, users can share their data without revealing their identity, which gives them more control over their privacy. They have also developed a solution called Swap that allows users to exchange tokens across different blockchains in a decentralized way. This means that users can easily convert one token to another without having to go through a centralized exchange. Overall, Quant Network is a promising startup that is making it easier for developers to build and scale decentralized applications. Their approach to interoperability, privacy, and ease of use sets them apart from other blockchain startups, and they have the potential to be a major player in the space. That's why some of the biggest names in the industry have already invested in them, including Mechanism Capital, a leading crypto fund. By investing in Quant Network, you're getting in on the ground floor of a company that is poised for success. And if you're interested in investing in Quant Network, you're in luck. They recently announced that they will be holding an IDO, or initial game offering, on Gamify, a leading gaming and blockchain platform. The IDO will take place on August and September, giving you the chances to get in on the action. During the IDO, Quant Network will be selling their native token QNT, which will give you the opportunity to own a piece of the company. The best part is that you can participate in the IDO using USDT or USDC, meaning you won't have to buy any crypto to invest. This is a rare opportunity to invest in a promising startup at a relatively early stage, so don't miss out. Mark your calendars for August and September and get ready to invest in Quant Network during their IDO on Gamify. Whether you're an experienced investor or a first-timer, this is a chance to get involved in a project with huge potential. So sign up on Gamify and get ready to invest in Quant Network.